They paid for one of your serving congressmen to go to Vietnam to negotiate reparations from your country to that communist regime. And I'll tell you what, I know there are victims of Agent Orange in this country, your former servicemen, who are living on park benches and homeless shelters and hospitals, suffering all sorts of effects. The guy who helped me compile that book, Rodney Stubbs, is one of them. And how come there's never enough money for those guys, folks? Never enough, is there? How long did they have to fight for what they got? But your president seems to think there is enough money to send over to Vietnam to repair the damage in their country. And it won't even go to their veterans, folks. It'll go to the communist regime in that country to do with what they want. So that's 300 communists influencing legislation in your country right now. It's all in the book. I call it the Vietnam scam because that's what it is. And the legislation is pending now. Still up there. Does that make you a little bit angry? It should. It's pretty disgusting. And the fact that your paid representatives are signing on to it. What about another example, a bigger one? Immigration. Okay? And specifically, the granting of citizenship and voting rights to at least, and God knows how many there really are, at least 12 million illegal immigrants. Now, you've got some people in the Republican Party, and I know there's some GOPers here tonight, right? One or two. Tea Party folks. Yeah. Okay, Conservatives, Patriots. Now, some people in the GOP, like Lindsey Graham and John McCain and Marco Rubio, all your favourites, are trying to tell you this is going to be good for the Republican Party, right? Because these people are all going to start voting GOP, aren't they? Yeah, right. You know, and there's a bridge down in Brooklyn. Some of you might be interested in that too. You can see my friend Sheldon about that. Here's my agent. Okay, he lives near there. Now look, these people, I don't know why they're trying to tell you this, but they just happen to be some of the people most closely allied to the Chamber of Commerce and big agribusiness. The kind of people who love cheap labour to run their factories and farms. But perhaps I'm being cynical, do you think? Perhaps, I'll get back to that. But the real driver of this movement is the hardcore left. Now, when those people were arrested in the immigration rally in Washington, D.C. 2 months ago, the first two names, Joel Fishman, Lisa Bergman, two members of the Communist Party from Connecticut, leader of the Connecticut Communist Party and the leader of the Young Communist League, both from New Haven. But this movement really got started about 50 years ago in California. There was a man called Bert Corona, Communist Party member, also a member of the Democratic Party. He was the one who organised the Viva Kennedy clubs in the early 60s, the first organised effort to get Latinos into the Democratic Party. He also set up a whole network of immigrants' rights organisations around California and support networks to bring the people in, get them jobs, get them green cards and get them citizenship. It was a big organised effort and he ran it, mainly on public and union money. Did it for 30 years, brought hundreds of thousands in. He had many protégés, he trained hundreds of people. 3 of them work closely together now. One of them was a man called Gil Cedillo, a hardcore Marxist, a former, until recently, a leader of the California State Senate. I won't have to say which initial he has after his name. Now he passed the DREAM Act in California a year or two ago, which gave a whole bunch of rights to the children of illegal immigrants. And I note that California is now officially a sanctuary state. The other guy in this little group was Antonio Villagrosa, the mayor of Los Angeles, until recently, another hardcore Marxist. He used to go down to Cuba to cut sugar cane for Castro with the Vents Ramos brigades, the same people that the Weather Underground used to go there with. He basically made Los Angeles into a sanctuary city. He forbade the LAPD from enforcing immigration laws, and the illegals flooded in, changed the whole composition of that city and the whole composition of Southern California. The third member of this group is Maria Elena Durazzo, currently the head of the California labor movement, the most powerful woman in that state, another hardcore Marxist. She is the one behind the massive union-driven Latino voter registration drives and get out the vote drives that have changed the entire politics of California in the last 15 years. Once was basically a reddish, purplish state, is now solidly blue, and that's been done by that group of people using Latino immigrants to shift the entire voting patterns of that country, that state. It's a deliberate process. Even Orange County, and I'm sure you know Orange County, once the most conservative region of this country, is now purple. The whole California's gone. All of the electoral college votes from California are now locked up for the Democrats, and that was the plan.